there are some cases where you have pumping, direct pumping also. In those cases, if you see, it is called traditional. I mean, why I'm calling traditional is we call that as a constant pressure system. So which means there will be a pumping station, and it will be catering water to a network. That network will surely have a demand. That is, if I'm talking about demand, then surely you will be having some peaks and leans in the demand pattern. So without considering all those things, the pump will be giving constant pressure at all times, 24 hours. So that is going to be your constant pressure system, and it doesn't have any VFDs or something like that, which will be ramping down the speed when you don't have the demand and all those things. So here I have actually differentiated a traditional constant pressure system and a 24 bar 7 proportional pressure system. So what is it? The first thing is one pump will be running at full speed, so it doesn't have any ramp down criteria. But when I'm talking about 24 bar 7 proportional pressure system, so based on the demand, the pump can be ramped down according to the timing, because every demand, I mean, demand will have a pattern, and during a day at maybe around 7 to 10, you will have peak demand, then it will go down. Then again during lunch, you will have some higher demand. So all those things will be considered in the design, and based on that only the pumps will be selected for. So again, one big pump working at fuller speed, and in 24 bar 7, if you see, you will see more small pumps running at best efficiency point. So what happens when you even have an VFD for a big pump? So it will be ramped down to a very large extent, and most of the time the pump will run out of BEP. So it will not even be near the BEP. So that again is going to consume a lot of energy, and it is a serious issue. So then one more thing is, there will be three or four pumps. Only one pump will have VFD, others will not have. So in case of 24 bar 7, you will be having all pumps VFD, and sometimes the BEP, based on the BEP, what happens is the two or three pumps will be running at reduced speed to get that best efficiency point. So those are all some of the inbuilt features which generally the PLCs will be built with, and based on that only the proportional pressure systems will work. So here, if you see, this is how a direct pumping will be there. So you will have a series of bore wells. This is the source point from where the water will go to the reservoir, and from the reservoir, the pumps will directly pump into the system. So here you don't have any critical points or something like that. No monitoring, nothing is there. But similarly, when you're talking about 24 bar 7 proportional pressure based monitoring, here you can see clearly. So this is going to be the pumps, and this is going to be the VFD, for dedicated VFD. And similarly, if you see, you will be having the distribution main and the network, and in the network you can also see the critical points, and these critical points predominantly will be pressure sensors and flow transmitters. Basically, it's a wireless one that could be, otherwise most of the wires will be running across here and there. So predominantly it can be wireless through SIM. Coming to the control panel, you will have, now you have complete set of data. That is, from the critical point, you will get the data how my residual pressure is performing. Either I'm giving more or I'm giving less. So all those data will be there. And similarly, the water which I'm supplying it to the network, so that will also go into the system. So based on that, what happens is you will now know the difference, what I'm supplying, what I'm getting, how my pressure is behaving at the critical points, how my residual pressure is maintained at the critical points. So now you have a complete set of data based on which the algorithm in the PLC will try to optimize the pumps. So this is the newest concept which we have, and most I think now it is coming up a little bit slowly. Uh, Most of the distribution networks are getting this kind of sophisticated systems. So, and I think this is going to be a wonderful concept going forward. And most of the European cities are having these kind of systems only. So that is, there are, you would have seen from my previous slides, the non-revenue water is less than 10% as well in many of the European cities. So it is complete monitoring. Today, it is not only the mechanical part, but it's mechanical plus controls, automation, and monitoring. That is going to give you a complete, full proof and the most efficient system. So that is what we are bringing into this particular concept.